Welcome to a DropTent media production.
Prepare for glory! Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. I have a dream.
Mr. Gorbachev, open this gate.
December 7th, 1941. I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. A date which will live in infamy. Oh, Nazi fairy tale. Well, here all of us I have a dream.
Guys, welcome to the first annual inaugural episode of High History. I'm excited. So we're here in the DropTent studios on the DropTent Media Network. You can check out awesome shows. There's a bunch of them. They're great. Slapstick Sports, I'm on it. There's With Words, a bunch of great shows here. And you can check all that out at droptent.com. Today, my guest is Adam Nutter. Adam, this show is basically what I'm going to be doing from here on out is I'm going to be taking a historical figure or an event and then getting a little stoned up and then explaining it to a guest who happens to be you.
Yeah.
That's right.
Not every time.
Well, before we start the show, I would like to gauge my guest today, which is Adam, his historical acumen. So I'm going to ask you 15 questions. This is the guest pop quiz.
Agumon, yeah.
I'm going to ask you 15 questions, which I believe are general knowledge based because we're American in U.S. history.
Ooh.
All right. Question 1. These, I think, are all pretty much layups. There's a few obscure ones, but what year did World War II begin?
Technically 1939, for us 1941.
Bang, nailed it. You got that one right. What was the date of Pearl Harbor?
December 7th, 1941.
Bang, 2 for 2. And the reason I'm asking, I'm asking questions about what I believe is some sort of pivotal moment in American history. Okay, who was the 16th president of the United States?
Mr. Lincoln, one of my faves.
Bang, 3 for 3. What date did D-Day take place?
Oh, June 6th, 44.
Bang. Okay, this one's another layup. Who were the Axis powers? And obviously,
America? No, Italy, Japan, and Germany.
Correct. Okay, number 6.
It might as well have been England or France, but you know.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, guys, take what you want. Yeah.
Fucking losers.
We give up.
France. God. Weak.
Who drafted / wrote the Declaration of Independence?
Oh, Jefferson.
Bang.
Yeah.
You're right, dude. You're 100% right now. Question 7. What year did the United States win the Revolutionary War and become a country?
1776.
Ooh.
Oh, wait, no, that was when it was written. It was technically like 70. It was technically 79 or something, like, right? Technically?
1783.
Oh, yeah. It was, yeah.
All right, one wrong. Let me mark that down.
Damn it.
Dude, I mean, the first I thought were pretty lit, dude, but you'd be surprised of how many people they're like, I don't know. Okay.
I like history. I really am a history buff.
Yeah, there's that one. A lot of people don't know that.
I know. I forgot that technically it was later on.
It
I
has
don't
to
know
do,
the year. Yeah.
Yeah, in America, we celebrate 4th of July, and everyone's like, that's the...
It's not. Though. I know.
That's just when we're like, we're done with your shit.
Right. That was the breach of like contract with England.
Yeah. That
was the suck my dick of
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Question 8. What year was the beginning of the Great Depression?
Oh, 29.
Bang, dude.
October 29.
I thought through this whole thing, that one is difficult, I think, for most people. Because it's not that interesting. It's economically interesting, but...
I would argue to say it's just a very pivotal moment in American history.
Yeah, no, it is. But like, a lot of people with history specifically, they're all about, like, wars.
Yeah, well, it's because it's more cool.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
A bunch of people waiting in line for soup is like, all right.
Yeah, fuck these losers. Starving idiots.
All right, question 9. Which president was quoted saying, "Speak softly and carry a big stick"? What's his name?
TR, Mr. Roosevelt. He's my fave.
Bang.
Mr. Teddy's my favorite president.
I thought maybe that one, I didn't know that about you, so.
He's right here.
Yeah, I never look at the stickers.
Yeah, he's on the table.
All right, question 10. What were the last 2 states admitted into the
Hawaii
Union?
and Alaska. I believe 55 and 52, 53.
Were the years? I don't know the years.
I think 55 was one.
Wow. Okay.
I think Alaska or Hawaii went in 55 or something like that. But
This one now. These all seem like layups. I should have made it more difficult. Okay.
I told you I knew history.
The Statue of Liberty was a gift from which country?
France.
Bang. Okay.
And technically, it was copper and it used to be bronze, but because of the ocean, now it's green.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, yeah. Who was? No. What year? Question 12. What year did the Vietnam War officially end?
Oh, see, this I suck with.
This is difficult because it's such a long conflict.
I know, and I'm not honestly out of all.
It went through 4 presidents.
I know, it's nuts. Out of all the American wars, I guess not counting Korea, but like this Vietnam is my least known, really, because honestly,
it's the most masochistic, like fucking crazy war.
Yeah, and I'm also like I am a libertarian, so like I'm so against that shit. So like I really hate it. So like I don't know, like 72.
Close, 75.
Fuck. Okay,
that's a hard one though.
Yeah.
I know that one was a bit obscure. Who was the president of the Confederate States in the Civil War?
Lee. Oh no,
not the general.
Jackson, Stonewall Jackson.
Nope.
What?
It's Jefferson Davis.
Oh,
dog.
Jefferson Davis. Fuck me. That's
Damn,
right. Shit.
You're dropping like a fly, bro.
Fuck you. I forgot. My
This
bad.
requires a bit of an explanation, but what was Manifest Destiny?
Oh, that was just Monroe's idea of just taking over everything because this is our almost like God's intention.
Right. Yeah. The
Yeah.
belief that the United
Taking o-
States was destined to settle the West. Okay.
Yeah.
Question 15 is the last one. What year was Martin Luther King assassinated?
Fuck! I just saw this date on Tuesday reading it. 69.
Close, 68.
Ah!
I'll give you half credit. All right, dude. You only got 3 wrong, and they were obscure questions.
No, I should have got Davis.
If you guys are listening, you feel free to pause, answer it yourself, which you should get them right, because if not, I've seen a lot. I took.
Yeah, you told them after the fact.
What?
Feel free to pause after they heard everything.
You're right. You're right.
Oh yeah, I didn't. You're
I
right.
didn't
Yeah,
think of that.
it's fine. It's all right. So
Edit that out.
Yeah. Are these going to be different questions for each guest? Or are you going to have like the same?
Well, I think I was. I'll probably change them every time.
No, it's cool. I was curious
because this seems like too easy.
No, dude, no, and I'm not tooting my own horn, but I am a history guy. I didn't go to school, but I minored in it.
Yeah. Okay.
In college,
Yeah.
it's like I am into it.
Yeah.
So like I do, especially World War II. I love World War II
Yeah, same.
history.
It's my favorite war.
Yeah, my favorite.
It's a weird thing to
my
say,
favorite
but
murders.
Those
All
Sherman
the
tanks
murders.
get me going,
But
boy.
that was like one of my favorite events.
Yeah,
World War
same.
II.
It's the most complex
But
and most
I
interesting.
love all history, especially war history.
I don't like the Renaissance, but you know.
And I see that's
for the fruits.
And by the way, that's where I disagree with you. I love the Renaissance.
Really?
Yeah.
You're like Leonardo da Vinci, man.
I love that. I love that shit.
The Renaissance is one of the few things that gets me into history.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
I can't do the war stuff.
All right, well,
I'm
I
not
don't
into
like
that.
it,
Yeah.
so we're moving past it.
No, it's fine.
This is not on.
There's
high
just
history.
a block of nothing there. Yeah, edit
right.
this whole Renaissance thing out.
Scrub it from the internet. Evan.
Yeah, seriously.
Could you do that? Can you scrub it from the internet?
So, like I had mentioned in the opening here, I'm going to be taking a political figure or an event and explaining it to my guest. Adam, so my question to you is, today's political figure is Julius Caesar.
Fucking love it.
How much do you think that you know? Like, how do you feel about Julius? Give me like a quick synopsis, if you could, of what his like.
Emperor of Rome, not liked at one point, murdered, betrayed by 2 of his closest friends.
Well, let's just say if you get murdered, someone doesn't like you.
Yeah. Was getting very power hungry at the end of his time, I believe. Also very,
which is most emperors, really.
like very mad kingy, like Targaryen.
Yeah.
Like very warlike, right?
Yeah,
I believe.
yep.
And then power.
But to
hungry,
be
money
fair,
hungry.
if we're talking Rome, that was Rome's
Sure.
deal. They were just like,
Yeah, Nero.
the way to become like a prominent political figure in Rome was by just being rich, getting an army together, being
Right.
like, now I'm a general, and then just taking shit over.
Isn't that crazy how that
and
works?
then just like,
Yeah.
you could just be a general if you
Yeah.
were rich.
Right.
Like-
no war experience.
Yeah,
right?
no,
You
just like,
yeah.
I mean, a lot of the guys, they were like tactically minded. Thank, I guess, God for their soldiers. But
Yeah.
so I'm going to tell you a little bit, I guess a lot of it, about Julius Caesar, right? So he grew up in a wealthy family, and his family was like
Fucking rich kids ruining
Yeah.
everything.
the boss's son. Yeah.
Hey, The Unabomber was right. I told you. Read his manifesto. Go on. Rich kids ruining everything.
Cut that out. Anyway, so yeah, he grew up in a wealthy family. They were politically tied.
Okay.
I think they said his dad, he was a governor of a province in Asia, right? But then there was a civil war in Rome, and his dad chose the wrong side, which just means that's the side that lost.
Right.
So, but they didn't murder them all, which is pretty crazy for Roman times. They just took all their money and all their power. So now, Caesar, when he was 16, was broke. Nothing. He had nothing. Turn his pockets inside out and shit. Nothing. Which is crazy to be 16. Imagine that, being rich, real rich.
Yeah.
And then, like Johnny Manziel, but now he's poor.
I was gonna say like
Not
Bruce Wayne rich.
Gonna fare well, you know? Yeah. So he's penniless, disgraced. He had to figure out a way, right, to get his family name. Like, we're coming back. We're going to make a comeback. So he obviously, like I said before, Rome, the way to do it is military service, right? That's the way to, you just take shit over. And you're like, yeah, Rome. And everyone's like, Rome. So he joins the military, and he goes on campaigns with them for 10 years, right? So he's in someone's legion. Right,
Okay.
the way it really breaks down is there's like
So he's like the bitch boy for a while.
He's like a grunt to
Yeah.
start.
Yeah.
But the way the legions work, so you have the general that's self-appointed, and then
Right.
a legion is like battalions
Right.
of. But they're Roman, but they like still fight each other
Right.
at times of civil war and stuff like. So one general might just be like, "We're fighting."
Okay.
It's crazy.
Are we beefing?
Yeah,
We
like
beefing now?
they're more loyal to, like, let's say their general, the guy who pays them,
Right.
than like Rome per se. You know, it's not like the way that we do the military, where it's like, do you want to join? Come this way.
Right.
It's like just show up, Steve, sign in.
Right.
Here's your sword.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Figure it out, bitch.
Yeah. Clean the latrine.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. So So he wants to get his glory back. Okay. He works his way 10 years, which is a decade. We all know this. 10 years, he becomes a battle-hardened soldier in tactics and in physical combat himself. Okay?
Okay.
So we're talking bottom up. He's impressing people. There's actually I don't know if these are historically accurate, because the thing's always written really by the side who wins that battle.
Yeah,
per se.
well, history's written by the winners, right?
Yeah, so there's accounts of Caesar just like lunging in the battle and just like fucking shit up. Like he was a superior soldier.
So he was like Leonidas,
Yeah.
just like fucking Just
Take from them everything. Yeah, exactly.
By the way, that's a fucking great movie. Go on.
Dude,
That's a fucking great movie.
This is a bit of an aside. That movie's about real life.
I know,
A
Battle
real
of
life.
Thermopylae.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I watched it on the History Channel.
Yeah,
300 Spartans
because
killed
it was
20,000.
about 3,000 Spartans, right? In real life,
I thought it was 300.
No, I don't think. No, I think it was 300 Spartans, but they had about like 3,000 Greek soldiers with. It wasn't just 300 dudes.
Yeah, no.
It was like
they showed in the movie the Athenians come.
But the movie they showed them Baal.
Oh, and by the way, I know at the end it's like, and we're commanding Athenian, like whatever. Actually, the Athenians are the ones who beat the Persians.
Yes.
The Spartans were like fucking each other during the war game bullshit or whatever. Yeah. So
Yeah,
anyway,
true.
back to my
Yes.
man JC Julius Caesar.
But wasn't Caesar just a title, right? That was his king.
No, that's his name.
Oh, or Julius was king. Didn't? Because I thought that just like everybody was technically a Caesar.
No.
Like Nero was a Caesar. Like,
No. His name
okay.
is like Gaius. It's like Gaius.
Okay.
Julius Caesar is his name.
Interesting. Okay, because
Yeah.
I don't know where the fuck I heard that from.
That comes from like the Shakespearean play where he basically.
there it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Gaius.
Yeah.
It's probably got.
It's probably Gay Boy.
Probably not.
I wouldn't be saying that if he was here.
And we're going off good.
Yeah, we're canceled.
No.
It's probably Gaius.
You're probably right. But
DropTent just canceled.
Oh, see, Mark Anthony. Oh, Marcus Antonius. That was my next question.
yeah,
What was
Mark
Antony's?
Antony.
Right.
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 That's him, Marcus Antonius.
Oh, and Augustus. Oh, okay.
These are all people related in some sort of way.
Cleopatra is obviously Mark Anthony's hoe.
Actually, it was Julius Caesar's hoe.
That was Mark Anthony.
They had a son together. I'll get to all this. Yeah.
What? I thought it was Mark Anthony for the longest time.
After Julius Caesar's murder, they fucked.
Oh,
They got together.
okay.
They
maybe
suicided each other.
So maybe that's what I'm thinking. Oh, they did it?
Yeah, they did. And then Cleopatra's son with Julius Caesar was murdered. He was the last pharaoh of Egypt.
Oh shit.
Their son. Imagine that bloodline. Cleopatra, Julius Caesar.
Yeah, and Cleopatra was born closer to us than the pyramids.
I didn't know that. Cool. Anyway, back to Julius Caesar.
Is that not
That's
a
great.
mind-blowing fact to you guys?
I mean, it's weird.
She was born
Didn't see that
closer to us than the
At
pyramids.
this moment, here in this
Yes.
studio. Damn, that's pretty nuts. I did not know that at all, to be honest. Where was I? Jesus.
Sorry.
It's cool. It's
Julius
cool.
Caesar.
He's working up through the ranks. Yeah, there's stories of him being heroic in combat, superior soldier. So, in 400 years, Rome went from a 3 square mile city to over 700,000 square miles. So from 3 square miles to 700,000.
What Rome did?
In 400 years. That's how fast their empire expanded. From Rome.
Right.
To,
That's crazy.
That's nuts.
For especially for that with no machines.
Yeah.
Like they have like
Dude, they like
planes and shit.
aqueducts. It's
Yeah.
like
I know. I always found that
they got water to
fascinating.
like come down. Dude,
Yeah. Yeah, in Assassin's Creed,
engineers.
you could climb them.
Yeah. I mean, just the architecture and the engineering are incredible. Definitely. So a big thing that helped Rome get everything going is when they beat someone in a battle or something. I mean, this is typical of this time period, so it's nothing like crazy, but they obviously took the captives as slaves. So what they did is like every time they won a battle, they take them as slaves and they build like a road to Rome. Right? So like you're fast tracking like, so now you almost have like an outpost point, so you can like supply like really quickly. And by the way, most of those roads are still like existing.
Right.
But
That's
like
crazy.
PennDOT can't fix a pothole, but
Oh, they can, but
yeah. Right. So the Romans, great engineers. Yeah. So let's see. It says, 2 million slaves built 50,000 miles of road in 25 years.
50,000 miles of road?
Yeah.
In 2 years?
25.
That's still fucking pretty quick.
It's 75 BC. Yeah. So
And again, it's slave labor, so I'm sure they just did not care about their lives at all. So
I'm thirsty. Nah.
Well, too bad.
Yeah.
Well,
Shouldn't have lost.
It's like
Get good.
Be better at fighting.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm thirsty. Well, good news is you won't be around too much longer to care.
You
so
got about another 5 bricks before you die,
don't
bro.
worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Back in line.
But you know what? You know what's funny? It's like it's almost this point where again, none of us really know what was going on, right? But I'm assuming.
Well, we can only take the accounts of.
Right. So I'm assuming if you're a slave back then, you're fucking dead.
Yeah. You're not like 10 years of this and I think I'm out of here.
Just
like, that's it.
Just take a swing at a guard and just go out. You know what I'm saying? Like, just go out.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like I don't know.
Because it's in my eyes still.
All I'm gonna say is that if everybody were to think that way, nothing would have ever gotten done in history. I am so glad that nobody ever thinks that there aren't a lot of
Thank
people
God
that think
slaves
that way.
just fucking listen.
Yeah, are you saying that you're pro-slavery?
No, I'm saying that
Weird flex.
No. I'm
Weird take.
saying that you were saying that like you were more or less just lay over, right? Like you not do anything about it. Just like don't go for it, right? Like
No. I'm saying
he's saying
go for it.
If you're just a slave, like this is my life now.
Take a
just
shot at a guard and
start
go for it.
Fighting guards, so
Yeah.
they kill you. So then you're just done.
No, I mean, if you could fight out, that's great.
No, I was kind of.
You're not
I was
gonna?
kind of. I'm sorry. I was kind of more of the fact that you said that like that their mindset was just like they're just dead.
No, but
I don't.
I'm fuck the man and fuck authority, and you should always fight back. You know.
Oh,
that
I know.
about me.
I'm 100% for fighting back.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
don't think that they should, wake up thinking that like, that they have to just start swinging. There was a lot of there was a lot of other
I
things
meant
to do.
like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
meant like.
Well, you're gonna love this
that's all.
then.
Yes.
All right.
Go.
So they did all this until, of course, you know about Spartacus.
Who?
Yeah. Are you familiar at all with
Yes.
his story? Okay, so he's a slave who leads a rebellion, and it actually gets a lot of traction.
How true?
Oh, it's 100%
No.
true.
I know the story.
Oh, the TV show?
I mean,
no idea.
No. I mean, like the I'm Spartacus, that whole thing.
What do you
I'm
mean?
Spartacus. I'm Spartacus, that whole.
Oh, I don't know. I've never heard this.
That was that was like the famous part of the movie was because he was a slave and
I've never watched the movie. I just know these things.
Oh, I think. See, this is okay. Ebony, look this up for me because I'm just curious.
Yeah,
now.
okay.
So in the movie, because there was a group of slaves, and the Roman, who the fuck general was like,
they're gladiators, really, is what they.
Oh,
are.
right.
Yeah.
You're right. Sorry.
That's why they're
You're right. And then
killing everyone.
right. And then they were like, "Who's Spartacus?" He's the one starting shit, and the general called the name Spartacus. So he's like, "Who's Spartacus?"
Oh, and everyone's like, me.
Yes.
Okay.
I wonder if that's true.
Probably not.
Excuse me. I just burped right into the microphone.
That sounds like some sort of like.
No, it looks like it was. It does look like it was made for the movie, but it was to show. It was a great scene too,
right?
Great scene, but to show the
like
the
unity,
loyalty and
right,
stuff
right.
like
It's
that.
just kind of like one of those things where it's like, like in the Chernobyl series, where like all the people weren't true; they were just like representing multiple people,
Yeah.
kind of like that. It's kind of like we're just showing you the,
But
the loyalty and unity.
it was a
right.
hey, we're going to show you a 2-minute scene as opposed to 200 years of loyalty between these troops and things like that. And the
Yeah,
whole
it's
ideal.
dramatic.
All right, sorry, I just thought you knew that. I was curious.
Well,
That was a
actually, it must not be true then because I've never heard it. 'Cause
Yeah,
I feel like I definitely
that was
would've
my
heard
question.
that. Yeah.
Because that's like a famous, like, even pop culture, like I am Spartacus, like that's like a famous like.
Is it?
Yes.
I live under a rock with Patrick.
Dude,
Star.
even growing up, like watching Animaniacs and shit, like in the '90s, like they used to reference that like that all the time.
And I never got it.
Yeah.
I was like, what is that?
Yeah, that's what that is.
Well, I didn't know who that was then.
Yeah.
In the 90s.
I remember asking my dad, and then him being like,
Spartacus.
"Yeah." Anyway, sorry, totally derailing
Yeah,
it.
it's fine. We're talking about Spartacus. That's cool. So anyway, Spartacus gets this huge uprising, right? Where they start like basically killing like people in towns and stuff. Then Rome dispatches generals and legions, and Spartacus and his what became overall his force was 100,000, which is a lot. I mean I know. We're talking like if you think about it modern, it's not, but back then that's a ton, especially for a faction of slaves.
Well, you got to think like 100,000. You said army, right?
Yes,
100,000 people
a lot.
running at you
it's a lot of fucking people,
with weapons is a lot of fucking people.
lot of
It's
people.
not now.
and
not
they're
if you fight-
gladiators,
Right. Not if you're fighting tanks, but like
Yeah, no,
obviously
just-
you're not.
So these guys are obviously superior to like let's say the grunt, the
Right.
guy who like has never seen action,
Right.
and this guy's fought to the death like every day for the past 15 years.
yeah.
Right, and he's still alive, so you know he's good. Right, so he's got this slave rebellion. No one can beat him. None of these legions coming in can beat him. The last thing standing between Rome and Spartacus, because he was moving to sack Rome to get revenge for being enslaved, which I understand that. You know, that's fucking good reason.
Yeah.
So standing in between them is our boy Julius Caesar, 35,000 Roman legionaries, and Crassus's. Do you know who he is? He's a general, a main
Yes.
prominent figure
Yes,
of this
I do know
time.
that name.
He is the rich guy. That's right. He has a ton of money.
Right.
So they're in between them, the 100,000, 35,000 in between them and Rome. One general suggests we should just pull out, fall back, wait for them, get some more soldiers, then we'll hit them back. And Julius Caesar is actually one who proposes this idea where he says we don't fall back. I understand that we're outnumbered, but what we do is we go on the offensive, right? They'll never see it coming. So like right when they're waking up, we just roll in and kill them.
So
It's savage.
No. It's just like I.
But
can't,
remember, Christ wasn't born yet.
right? No, it's just I can't really imagine. I don't think any of us could really
The
imagine
numbers of this?
No,
Or
just what it
slaughtering
must
men.
have looked like.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
It must because I know we see movie, but that's not probably even.
Of course,
into-
a movie's nothing like real life.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It can't even be into comparison.
Like imagine smelling a guy's entrails.
This
It's like
is what I'm
8
saying,
a.m.
'cause
You're
I-
like,
and,
ugh.
and like a knife is so. It's like that Nick Swartzen joke where it's like I'd rather get shot than stabbed.
yeah.
Because like you see the knife, it's like oh my god, here it comes again. It's like it's he's so
That's
right.
such a good point. Yeah.
It's such a good point.
Bang, and you're like, ah.
Ow!
Yeah.
And you can get shot from a while away.
Yeah, yeah.
But with the knife, you're like, here it comes. You're like, oh no! That's such a
Yeah.
good joke he had.
That
it's,
is
and
great.
It's old, but it's such
Yeah.
a good joke. But like
Schwarzenegger.
that's why like I don't think honestly if you were like, imagine, I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
I imagine. I get conceptually.
Yeah, we're in movies, video game terms. You're like, well, I fought against 20,000 in this game,
Right.
you know. But it's
Because
just
even in modern day war, like we're so embedded camera wise. Like, yeah, I don't know obviously what it's like being on the front lines,
Yeah.
but I have way more of an idea what it's like being a soldier
like in
modern
Afghanistan.
day. Yes.
Yeah. Well,
And-
they
and-
have like the head cams.
And it's
now.
also we're the superior force, so
Yeah.
it's not like we're getting fucking
Yeah.
overran, slaughtered
the
overnight.
guy. Like, I saw a video where it hit his helmet and he almost died. And he's like, "Wow, they suck." Come on, put his helmet
I
back
saw
on.
that
I'm like,
video.
"Oh, all right.
I was like, is this easy?
Yeah.
Is it
There's
easy
a
for you?
sniper that can't snipe around here. Yeah.
Dude,
Whatever.
it is not funny, but like I know we're veering off topic a little bit, but like
That's fine.
just the
It's
power of the U.S. military.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like, I mean, this is probably fair to say, right? Like the U.S. military today, 2019 U.S. military. Not probably we don't even know what we really have weaponry.
Yeah.
Wise, like whoever the fuck
No,
they
they
have
show us the shit from
behind
like
the
the 70s,
Area
bro.
51 weapons. you
Remember
know?
they were like,
Yeah.
"This is the stealth bomber," and we're like, "When did this come out?" They're like, like 75.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait,
It's-
what?
it's
You guys just had this?
1998.
Yeah.
You had it since 62.
Oh, it's been declassified, which means
Right.
that they've replaced it.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but it's like, I think we're the most powerful force of all time.
Oh yeah, it's not even
Easily,
close.
Not even
dude.
close.
Not,
Like,
even close.
So like
We're the richest country that ever was.
Right.
We spend.
$3 trillion.
It was like
on self-defense.
we spend more than the next 26 countries
combined.
which 25 are allies.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Honestly though, we could definitely spend a little less. I mean, listen again.
That's how you stay number one, man.
I'm a libertarian, so we should definitely spend less. But also at the same time, let's not spend too much less.
Pay the vets VA shit and then
No,
you do the
because
rest.
as a libertarian, like the job of the government really should be protecting us. That's
Yeah.
like that like I believe the government should be rarely involved in my life, but their one job should be protecting the country. That's your fucking job.
Yeah, I agree.
Do it. So like
So
do it.
Caesar's protecting his country
There
of
you go.
Rome. Back to the segues. Okay, so he's under Marcus Crassus, who's the rich guy,
Right.
leads a legion. All right, they're in between Rome and this guy. They got 35,000. Spartacus has 100,000. Julius Caesar convinces them we attack them while they're sleeping. Basically, they wake up. Right? They kill them all. Basically, I guess some like ran away. Oh, I know. Wait. I'm sorry. They didn't kill them all. They got 6,000 prisoners.
Wow.
Dude,
That's a lot of people.
wait till you hear what they did with it. Wait till you hear what they did with
Oh
it.
god.
Julius is like, we can use them as slaves, which is fucked up. But Crassus was like, nah, we're going to crucify them. One every 100 feet for 60 miles till we're
That's
back
like
to Rome.
Hey, that's psychotic.
Yeah, and this guy, first of all, it wasn't his idea, right? He's just a rich guy. It's really Julius Caesar's triumph is what this is, right? Julius Caesar's really responsible for the...
That's psychotic.
Dude, one every 100 feet for 60 miles. That's fucking nuts.
That's like I'm trying to imagine
Crucified.
So hold on. So if I drive from Newtown to Staten Island, it's 50 miles.
And every 100 feet, there'd be a dude just...
That's like me driving on the turnpike.
Yeah.
And every 100 feet is just a crucifixion. That's dude. I honestly.
Instead of telephone poles, it's...
But see, this is what I say when I said before. I get it, but I
Dude.
don't get it.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that. Really.
I've never seen a person rot on a pole.
Right.
So, I can't really...
Although I did see that guy's head off on the
Oh, yeah.
decapitated on the fence. I did see that.
I imagine it was like that, except the guy would be like, oh,
But slowly dying
Yeah.
in pain.
what a hands.
It's way worse.
Yeah.
Oh my god! By the way, I randomly thought I wonder what it was like. I wonder what it must like to be crucified the other day to myself.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah. It's probably the worst
Fight
pain.
back. That's what I'm saying. Just gotta.
And then, your own body weight is kind of like ripping your hand.
Oh,
like
no.
Yeah.
Ah! It's not even your hands. It's your wrist, right?
I think they... actually, yeah. I think
No, I think it was your wrist because you
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to hold your hand. Like I don't think the weight would be able to hold. I think you had to go here.
all I know is that your feet were definitely like...
Oh, they
put
had to break
together,
them too.
And they went right through it. Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yo,
dude!
and
Who
the
is
nails
doing
are
that?
like this big, bro.
Who is doing that?
The Romans.
No, but I mean, like the guy, like who is like, all
I
right, man.
think so basically, Crassus.
Yeah, it was.
Crassus
It looks
is
like it was the wrist, just so they could kind of hook
Yeah.
it between the bone
Yeah.
and then like
Yes.
have you actually
'Cause
hold
remember,
there.
right,
Because your
you know,
hands,
right.
like I've broken hands and like feet things,
They're very thin.
and it's
Being
all just
crucified?
like it's held together by like goop, pretty
Yeah,
much.
it
It's really
is.
not.
Yeah,
it's
it's like
none of it's
cartilage.
solid
Here,
at
if
all.
you do this right now
Yeah.
to your own, you could feel that hollow. That's where the bones separate
Yeah.
like right here. So it just puts a nail right there.
Anatomy.
Oh, imagine that. They would just hold your hand like, all right, buddy.
Yeah, no. So-
Well,
Well, yeah, what would happen is this guy Crassus would be like, crucify him.
Fuck
and
me.
then just the regular soldiers would be like, he doesn't do anything himself, motherfucker. You know?
right.
Like, I have to deal with this now.
Fuck. Oh,
And PTSD, forget about that, bro.
Oh, dude, that is terrible. He's
Yeah.
showing me an image of it.
yeah,
Stop
if you
it.
could bring it up. Yeah,
Oh!
it's fucking nasty, bro. People were savages then.
You know what also blows my mind?
Is this when America was great?
You know, that's fucking hilarious. You know what blows my mind? The medieval tortures.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Because like it was almost like a child dreaming like fake deaths.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, throw them into a shark pit. Like
Dude.
it was like that.
Just crank them till they like pop.
Those are my when I say favorites, I mean like because it was just really like I don't know, take a hot poker and just shove it through his stomach.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like there was just no real idea.
Dude, I mean, the worst would be the draw and quarter, right? Where they
I
like
still-
pull your body apart, cut you open, and start pulling
Or
your
how about
intestines out.
that
For-
heated bowl where
Yeah.
they would put you in like a legitimate like just a cast iron bowl pretty much or like a brass bowl and
Sounds
then they
like
would
a
heat it
fun Friday
underneath
night.
and then you would get cooked inside of it.
Yeah, that's fucking
and
horrific.
it would steam out the note like what the fuck,
dude. Oh my god.
Talk
I
about
can't
like no
imagine that.
value on life.
I can't imagine.
It's like,
I
ah,
can't
fuck 'em.
imagine.
Fuck 'em.
Because imagine like, have you ever heard someone truly scream?
Have you ever touched a hot
Yes.
stove?
Yes, I have.
Both.
Ah, yeah.
But like again, as former job, I've heard people truly scream like in pain.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's listen, man. Like I know movies. It's
It's
not,
like haunting, dude. Yeah.
movies do not do it justice. It's
No, 'cause
not the
they're
same.
acting.
Because it's acting.
There's
And
no urgency. There's no
there-
real life.
No
Yeah.
fake scream could compare to like the pain.
All right, let me try.
Okay, go.
Ah!
That's it. You nailed it. That's all.
I sound like a baby lamb.
Like a baby
Ah!
growing. But like, so I can't imagine. Like Evan just said, imagine someone in a cast bowl being cooked alive. Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
And then
But
people
guttural,
outside just being
dude.
okay with that.
Yeah. No, dude.
But they had to.
They would
Someone had to be fine.
drop them onto things that would split them from their butthole.
Yeah. Oh,
like-
the hot. It was like a hot.
That's called pegging.
they wouldn't even do the hot ones. They would just have it where it was just tapered, and then it would just sit there for weeks and weeks and weeks, and you would die.
It's
Yep.
absolutely.
because your
How
entrails would
about
fall
how
out.
about the old Chinese one where they
Didn't they do the rat thing too? I'm sorry.
yes
but
they would put
eat them in, like.
they would put spice on you. Like
Wait,
like,
and then they put like a heat thing, so the rat would have to go in your body to escape the thing
Yes.
coming towards
They
it.
showed that
Yeah.
in Too
That
Fast, Too
is
Furious.
fucking
yes,
And that's a real
savage.
thing. Yep.
yeah. It's like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! What was I just gonna say before that? You just totally.
They do that at
derailed me.
Guantanamo.
Inside knowledge.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Oh, what the fuck was I just gonna say? What was it? Before you just fucking.
I'm sorry. Oh, China.
Oh yeah, they used to put you over a ungrown bamboo plant,
Which is sharp as fuck.
and
And they're like sturdy.
They grow
and they would
fast.
tie you over it. For
And they're
days.
sturdy, dude.
Yeah,
Like-
and it would grow through you.
That's terrible.
So it's just this slow puncturing
China-
through your organs.
Relax.
Chill.
Jesus.
The water torture they used to do.
Dude, how much would you be just begging for the guillotine?
That's what I'm saying.
You- but fucking come on.
With rope spear, bro.
Yeah, that's
Easy.
that's crazy.
Unless
dude.
it didn't cut. Because towards the end of
Oh my god, if it's just like
that happened though.
fuck,
even
sorry about that.
even being burned alive.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
like
horrible. That's
that
probably the worst
because
way to go. That's probably one of the worst ways to go.
you breathe it in and it burns you from the inside
That's what I'm
out
saying,
before it does
that
anything
cast
else.
iron bolt
like-
thing is probably one of the worst ways to
oh
die.
yeah, because you're
And it's
dying
metal,
in a
and like, so
sauna.
it's your
Yeah.
skin.
Yeah.
You can't even
Yeah.
stand because you just no matter where you stand, you're just jumping constantly.
I wouldn't. I don't even.
I don't know. I can't.
I-
I'm trying.
I can't.
Because every movie I've seen with some shit like that, the guy always gets out.
Right.
You know? They're never like, well, that's the end of he's dead.
To
Yeah.
think about it, there's countless amounts of people who were killed like that.
I know.
Back in history.
Millions.
Yeah.
Literally millions.
Hey, remember that card trick? Put her on the
How
stake.
about the Spanish Inquisition?
Yeah, dude. I just watched this video
just
about
making
that.
up ways
Just
to kill
for fun.
people. It's,
And just
it's
for fun.
psychotic.
How crazy can we get?
Neil brought up something on Nerds with Words called
Don't
Bone.
mention another show. Here.
It's called Bone Tomahawk.
Oh
And
no.
I don't know if they really did this for real, but the way of this again, it was a movie,
Okay.
Kurt Russell movie, but it was Native Americans, and they had this giant tomahawk made of bone, and they dragged this settler out naked, and two guys held him upside down from his ankles, and they spread his legs apart.
Nah.
And one dude just took that bone tomahawk and went,
Oh,
boom, right
yeah,
down the middle.
Back in the old times, they used to actually have
Old times.
You know, like the saw where you cut a
Tree down.
Tree
From
down?
two
Yeah.
ends.
They would have it where somebody
Yeah.
would be hang up with their legs split like a V, and then they would
Kinda
take
same
that
thing.
same saw and slowly
Guys,
Okay,
wait,
so it's-
whoa,
it's like
chop
that.
down.
They were progressive. They were doing sex changes before.
Yeah, they're just trying to help.
They were changing
Yeah.
everything.
They're trying to
dude.
help. But like
I
that.
heard
but,
you
but-
were born a woman.
But like that.
Now
but
we're
with the
gonna
bone
make you-
tomahawk.
That's
so it
fucking
was like
crazy.
The
boom,
insides.
and then like in the movie, I didn't watch it, but Neil said it was like.
Oh, it's
fake.
gruesome.
But Neil was like, it was
Pretty
pretty
gruesome.
bad. Like,
Yeah,
disgusting.
you see,
because
you see pee-pee.
because again, it's not his head. So you're getting hit here on your groin first. So you're feeling that. You're not dying.
No, it's a way of it's torture.
I know, I get
Yeah.
it, but I'm just saying, like, I can't imagine
And
myself
people
in that scenario.
complain about
People-
waterboarding.
People used to,
Come on.
lots of tribes and even just different cultures and stuff used to scalp and still do.
All right. Let's get out of the torture.
Sorry,
all right?
sorry.
I mean, no, it's fascinating
I know.
and disgusting. I might have to do
you
an
should do
episode.
of torture.
I will, and I'll have you for it since you love it so much.
I'm psychotic.
I got this great book. Ah.
Sorry,
It's
go
really
on.
sticky.
Julius
Don't touch
Caesar.
that book.
Right. So
Crucifixion.
right, they crucify the people on the way
That's
back.
how this started. That's how this whole thing started. The
yeah,
crucifixion.
yeah, right.
Sorry.
They
Go
crucified him on the way back to Rome. Right now, there's another general. His name's Pompey Magnus. Right, him and Crassus are kind of rivals. It's all about like who's gonna get more glory. Right, so technically here, Crassus and our boy Julius Caesar defeated Spartacus. Right. Now, it's kind of a race at that. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. So then Pompey is like, wait, they defeated him? Okay, get all the scouts to get the guys who fled that battle and then murdered him. And then when he went back to Rome and was like, I did it. I'm the one who beat Spartacus and all his homeboys. So it's all about taking the glory. So you can see how they hate each other because Crassus, it's all about, glory. Yeah. Okay, so Pompey lies, says, I did that shit. Then,
That's ballsy, by the way.
I know, yeah, to show up and be like,
Yeah.
I won the war.
That's like Montgomery trying to take the credit for Patton and shit.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Which he tried.
Okay,
Sorry.
it's cool.
I
we
know.
went off so
Go.
much already. So, right, you lost my Pompey, right?
Yes.
So, it's all like I said. It's all about the glory. So, because he lied and said that he did it, now Crassus is in the Senate and has he's influential. He has a lot of friends around him. So he can make things happen, right? So now Pompey wants all of his veteran legionnaires to now get the things they were promised. For instance, land, money, things of that nature from Rome for their service. But Crassus makes his life insanely difficult by clogging up legislation, right? Because they're a republic, so they have a Senate.
Right.
So he's like, nah, we're not going to do that. Well, we got to do this before we do that. Really? So now all of his legionnaires are coming back to him saying, what the fuck? Where's my shit, dude?
Right.
I fought, like, how long? Like, give me my stuff.
So like they get no money, nothing.
And then it got to the point where there was such, like, a Pompey side and a Crassus side that literally nothing in the city was getting done.
Okay.
Like stalemate.
Right.
Now, when that happens, typically through history, we know this, a civil war breaks out.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it's coming down to that point. Crassus starts preparing his army. Pompey starts preparing his army, and they're going to march on Rome and try to just, like, take the capital.
Mm-hmm.
But Julius Caesar, being the smart guy,
Yeah.
he basically convinces them that they should all work together. Right? What do they call it? I have it written down. It's like a weird word. It's called triumvirate,
Okay.
which I guess is some sort of word.
Look it up.
Yeah.
Look it up. How do you spell it?
It's he's triumvirate, which is basically like a triangle, right? There's like a three-way powerhouse.
Oh, there it is. Triumvirate.
Yeah.
In ancient Rome, a group of three men holding power in particular. The first triumvirate, the unofficial coalition. There you go. Julius Caesar, Pompey, and Crassus in 60 BC.
Yep.
And the second one, a coalition formed by Antony, Lepidus, and Octavian in 43 BC. Oh, so like fucking 20 years later.
Yeah. So, so this happens here, and one of Caesar's whole motivations for doing any of this shit is he wants to be consul, which is kind of like the Speaker of the House, but also the president, right? So he kind of just like oversees the republic. He kind of has like veto powers, and he's the commander in chief.
Okay, so he's like the general.
Yeah, but he's kind of like all these
So
things.
he's not really the president.
He's the most powerful man in Rome, though, by far.
Right.
If the consul is at any time.
Okay.
Right. So he gets these guys to be allies. So you got what he needed from Crassus was the money. What he needed from Pompey was like the prestige, right? The political backing, right? So he unites. So if you think about, there's two halves. Now they're united. They can just like run shit, you know? So then they basically, Crassus gets, he bribes Julius all the way to consul. So now Julius Caesar is the most powerful man in Rome, right? So they have this three-way thing going on here, which works within a year, starts to like fall apart, which is, you know, crazy. So where am I here? Sorry, I wrote all this stuff down. Right. Okay. So they have people. Basically, it's like the same thing as every power move ever in history is you marry my daughter, I marry your cousin, our families are now connected.
Right.
So they do that. Pompey marries Julius Caesar's daughter, Julia. Right.
Clever.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Clever
that's,
Julius.
Yeah, that's like every
fucking.
everything
What are you gonna name
ever.
her? It's like George Foreman. George.
Yeah. So, but a big. So then Julius Caesar is the consul. Then he's going. He's Gaul is, I guess. Is that Spain or Britain?
Gaul.
Yeah.
Oh,
The Gauls.
that wasn't that France
It might have been France. I can't remember.
or
I don't-
Germany?
No, he never got
No.
to Germany. They never made it past the Rhine.
Gauls were France, I think.
Interesting. Well,
Gauls. Can you look up where the Gauls were from?
Have you ever heard of-
Gauls, right?
yeah, Gauls.
I think France.
France.
He's looking up on his phone.
That's fine. Have you ever heard of Vercingetorix? Jerix? Okay, basically what happened was Julius Caesar goes up there with his legions. Now he's at the point where he's just like capturing shit for Rome. And this one dude unites like all these tribes, and then they start fighting each other. Now the last battle comes down to this. The main guy, Vercingetorix, he's the Gaul guy. He gets them all together. Now they're like in a city or a town, and Julius Caesar builds like a fence around them to keep them in. We're gonna starve them out. It's you know, a siege, they would call it, I guess. We're gonna starve them out. Then he gets word that there's more Gauls coming to like surround them.
France.
Yeah, it's like France,
It is Britain,
Belgium,
too.
Luxembourg, and most
Yeah.
of Switzerland. Yeah.
Okay.
Britain too, right? Yeah.
And so he has the guy surrounded. This is how tactically minded he was. So they have all right. He has the guys in the city. There's this other army coming, more Gauls that are gonna. Now he's in trouble because he doesn't have enough guys to really fight both. So
Right.
what he does is he builds another wall. So
Okay.
they're like
a physical wall or like a wall of people?
no, like a wall.
How high is this wall?
It's
a wall
it's
of what?
made out of wood,
Oh,
but
okay.
it has like spikes.
But
on
how
it.
high is this wall? Like, do you know? It's like,
Yeah, it's like 10 feet,
okay.
which is you can't just.
And how long?
I actually don't know,
Oh,
but it goes all the way around the town.
okay. Okay, so
So then he builds a second
fortified-
wall,
Okay.
so that way, like neither of them can like get in. So anyway, he eventually beats this guy and becomes like a massive hero. But the Senate is pissed, you know, because they're like, this guy, he's was consul, now he's not. He can run again soon. What the fuck? Look at like he has too much power. The people love this guy.
Right.
You know, he just did something that no one could ever do. So he comes back to Rome. Then, you know, there's like, he convinces them, kind of like what Hitler did. I should be counselor. Give me ultimate power for a couple years, you know? So they give him power. He's only supposed to do it for 3 years. Rome is kind of like in an economic crisis after that. So he brings Rome back to like the powerhouse that it was. And, Right. He changes. Okay. So then basically what happens is he comes back and he's like, you know, I said that like I should only do it for 3, but I'm thinking 10. And like, all right, that's a little crazy. Then he's like, I'm thinking maybe forever. And like my son will now be the Roman Empire. He's responsible for the death of the Roman Republic. Actually, he was
Really?
like, yeah, he started the whole emperor thing. That's why you would say like Caesar, the emperor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wait, so Nero was after Caesar?
Yeah, he had to have been.
Emperor Nero,
Yeah.
right? And then how about like
Caligula, all those guys.
Caligula was
Yeah.
after.
Augustus.
Augustus was after.
Yeah.
So 100 years?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I would. So Caesar's from 100 BC is when he was born, probably to.
If you just look up
58
like when Nero
BC.
took power and like when Caligula took power and stuff. If you can.
Maybe just like a list in order of Roman Empire.
Can you just pull up like a list of like an order of emperors from from Rome? Because I'm just curious. That's the thing too. It's like I love Roman history and like Greek history.
Yeah.
But like I always, because it's backwards years, I always get fucking confused.
Yeah.
So it's like very okay here.
You're
so,
like counting down and then back up.
So fucking see. Okay, so Augustus was January. Hold on, Jesus Christ. Okay, Augustus to see what the fuck January.
Yeah, see, this I don't know why it's starting here.
So it would be the 16th January 27 BCE to
So 27's a year.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, no, it's counting down, isn't it?
Yes, 27's a year.
Yeah. And
So
then he went to after
ruled,
Jesus.
right? So Augustus ruled.
Till Jesus was 14.
Oh yeah, see, oh shit, right. So okay, so how many years is that?
Man.
27 to 0, so
13.
27, and then no, tack on 14 more.
It's like
It's like 30 something.
33,
wow.
32.
And then
31.
Tiberius
31.
was
I'm bad at math.
and
31.
Tiberius was 14 to 37. He was young.
Caligula.
Caligula was a good
Yo,
one.
Caligula,
My favorite.
dude, he's a baller, bro. He was like, "This shit's crazy. I'm building a gold fuck boat and don't talk."
No,
to me."
he straight up Epstein Island that place.
Yes, and he banged
Yeah.
his sisters. Like, one of you is gonna give me
Yeah,
a.
he fucked everybody.
fucking song.
I don't know who the fuck Claudius is.
Claudius.
The
Nero, big one.
Guy named
Galba?
Galba.
Don't know that one.
Man named Otho.
Otho, he has no nose.
Yeah, bored.
Vitellius,
Vespasian.
Vespasian. Oh,
Titus.
Titus. Yeah, we all know that. Who's that?
Get a little later.
Domitian.
Yep. Nerva.
Don't know that one.
Trajan.
Don't know that one.
Hadrian.
Don't know that one.
I know this guy.
Antonius Pius.
Canonius Pius. Lucius,
Oh, yeah, Varus.
Marcus.
Aurelius. Yeah, he was a
He's
Roman
one of the
general.
most- yeah.
He was-
Commodus.
Commodus.
Petronax.
Pertinax.
Didius
If you remember
Oh, yeah.
the
Didius.
movie Gladiator, Commodus is the emperor then.
Yes.
Didius Julianus.
Yep.
And
Niger.
yes.
Ascanius Niger.
Well,
Not
that
gonna
was
let him
close.
say that
What
one.
year is it?
Thanks.
Claudius Albinus.
Don't know that one.
Yo, I feel like they're just
This
like
is the
take
sa-
a name
okay,
like
so-
Albie and then put us
So
on
see,
it.
these are now this says
Albia.
dynasty, and see now this said dynasty. This said Severn dynasty.
Yeah, that means
it's
that
the
they're
different
related.
bloodlines. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the different lines and
Oh,
stuff. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And then it keeps going down.
This is gonna keep going and going and going. And
Yeah,
going.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, we're good.
It went on.
I was just curious to see how many names I knew. Not that many names I knew, but this keeps going on. The problem is every rules for like 20 fucking years. It's like
there's a lot that are like just killed the next day, bro.
that's true.
Because there's, you know what the Praetorian Guard is? It's like the
Yeah, yeah,
Emperor's Secret
yeah,
Service.
yeah.
Well, if you didn't keep them happy, they just kill you.
Yeah, there's a
straight
lot
up,
that
yeah.
are
Yeah,
like
then
the
they're like,
same
"Now
year,
you're
the next
emperor."
year.
Now you
I
better
would
pay
just-
us.
I would just suck their dicks.
You have to do something, dude. That's why everyone's like, "How come these emperors were so crazy?" It's like, dude, because everyone's trying to murder you.
Yeah, but don't be emperor. Like
You don't have a choice. They're just like, "You're emperor."
You do have
and
a
you're
choice.
like,
Be
"Ah,
like,
fuck."
No, I'm good.
Yeah, but
do
plus-
what Washington
It's
did.
like the biggest like thing of your whole
Yeah, I
life.
guess.
It's like you've always wanted to do it.
yeah, but you're crazy in yourself. Anyway, go on.
Okay. So we're gonna cut this out real quick, and I'm gonna tell you some interesting facts
Sure.
about Julius Caesar. Where is it? Oh, it's the next one. Sorry. All right, like I've told you this story before. I don't know, Evan, if you know this. In 75 BC, Julius Caesar's captured by pirates. Do you know this? Nope. Okay.
This is great. This is very interesting.
He's on his way from Rome to Rhodes, I believe is what it's called, on the Aegean Sea to learn from a Greek philosopher, Apollonius, I think is his
Apollonius.
name.
Yeah.
And the pirates kidnapped him, right? And then they send a thing to Rome. They're like, all right, we're going to ask for 30. I forget the currency. I always forget. And Caesar started laughing like, guys, do you know
No, I am.
Don't know who I
Like a
am.
real Italian.
Do you know what my family is?
Oh, hey, guys. Fucking, I could get fucking more.
Why don't you ask for 50, huh?
Oh, you fucking idiot.
So he makes them ask for 50. They're all like, this guy's fucking dope because of his like balls.
Right.
He's like, he wrestles with them, plays games, he writes poems, he fucks around with them. And then like they would like make fun of him and he'd be like, ha, 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 I'm going to come back and kill you. And they're like, this fucking, look, he's captured. Look at this fucking loser. So they pay the ransom. He goes back to Rome, gets a bunch of ships, goes back to where the pirates are, takes his money back, and then crucifies all of the ones that had something to do with this kidnapping.
Yo, that's baller.
Talk about
And
like,
I respect that.
yeah, just like, I'm coming. How many times has someone said, I'll be back?
A lot.
And they don't come back.
Schwarzenegger did, though.
Yeah. I'll be back. Yeah. So, dude, that's straight baller status.
I respect that.
That's, I mean, he was like one of the first ballers in history.
Yeah.
Just like a badass dude. Like, I'm gonna kill all of you.
Yeah, it's cool as
Wow.
shit.
He didn't like think it. He said it to them.
Yeah.
While he was captured.
Yeah.
That's fucking.
That, you know what that is? Big dick energy.
Yeah, that's an emperor dick energy.
Yeah, that's
bitch.
Emperor Dick Energy.
Yeah.
Dude, that should be a shirt. Emperor Dick Energy.
yeah.
EDE.
Yes, dude. It'll be in the store next week.
That will be in the DropTent store soon.
Yeah, dude. EDE.
Emperor Dick Energy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good shirt. I'm not even kidding. Write that down. Emperor Dick Energy. We'll figure that out for Neil to do more work so he can be furious with us.
I suck at spelling
Oh, that's
because I'm
fucking.
trying to scribble this. All right. Next cool fact is a lot of people don't know this. Julius Caesar is responsible for our calendar.
Yes.
He's the one who.
I think a lot of people know that, but
Well, it went from 355 days,
Yeah.
and he made it 365. He consulted with an astrologer. He's also responsible for the leap year,
yeah.
which is
In July,
July is after him. Then
August.
June is after Juno, the god,
Yeah.
and then
August is after Augustus.
yes,
Yeah.
which is we still talk about like your name living forever.
Yeah, and then October was somebody too. I think.
Yeah, I don't know the origin of October.
But it's super interesting. It's like July is my month. That's
Yeah.
so cool.
And you guys better and listen, fucking celebrate.
You know what that's called? Emperor Dick Energy.
That's right. EDE, bitch.
Branding.
Okay.
EDE.
So I think right. Do you know who? What the? All right. Okay, I'll get to that. So there's Cleopatra and her. We're like kind of back to the story. Cleopatra. No, Cleopatra and her brother.
Oh,
I think it's.
that still probably happened. That was pretty rampant incest.
No. They didn't bang, but they're at war
Oh,
to see who's gonna be the pharaoh.
right.
So Julius Caesar goes down there and it's just like, hey, big deal. You know, I don't know if you heard of me over there in Rome. I'm gonna be now mediator in this thing. And they're like, okay.
Yeah, that's so weird. It's like fuck off, guy.
Now the way
fuck off, white Italian guy.
I mean, well, the whole reason that Julius Caesar goes down there is to hunt down one of his political opponents and kill him. Right?
Badass.
So
Yeah, he was drinking that EDE. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So he goes down there to kill him, and this is the way it's been explained to me. Cleopatra's brother understands this, kills the dude, and then gives it to Caesar like, here's a present. And Caesar's pissed because he's like, dog, I was supposed to kill him. You're taking, like, EDE, baby. Come on.
EDE,
Like, I
yeah.
needed to kill this motherfucker.
Yeah.
So he dethrones that guy and puts Cleopatra in the power, effectively conquering Egypt. You know, because it's like, I put you here. You owe me.
Right.
Right? So they're kind of now like a part of Rome. And Cleopatra also, I forgot to mention this, seduced him
Yeah.
because everything I've ever seen is like she was so hot.
I heard she was hot even for like today's standards.
Yeah, I bet she, dude.
Like in other words, like if she was around, you'd be
Besides like that hairy armpits and
like,
shit.
well, you know what I'm saying, if you cleaned her up. But I'm saying
Yeah.
like she'd be like
shave.
she'd be like hot.
Yeah.
By
She's
her-
an exotic. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, like you know, like a lot of women back then who consider hot, you're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but like she
I think
apparently
maybe
from
to
all
do with the
accounts,
artist because it's like I don't think you guys nailed it. I mean, look at this bitch's forehead. You know?
5 head if I ask me. Da-da-da-da-da.
Like she saw it and was probably like cut the fuck.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. Even you go back to like the 20s and stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
just like, wait, that was
Okay, yeah, because if you do look at a lot of like women back from like even like the 50s, it's like you had a few like stunning. Like Monroe was very pretty. Paige, Betty Page was very hot. Sophia Loren, right. But like that's
Betty
it.
White was hot.
Oh, back in the day,
dude, I was like,
yeah.
all right.
But like a lot of them were like, oh, okay, whatever. Anyway, sorry, Julius Caesar, fucking Cleopatra.
It's cool, right? Yeah. So, they're fizzucking, and like I think I told they had a baby together, right? So but he's married. Julius Caesar's married like this whole time.
Yeah, like that
and
matters.
he banishes his daughter for fucking dudes.
Good.
That like
Teach
because
that fucking
her and
whore
obviously
lesson.
Pompey are apart. Because Pompey's dead. But yeah. So there you go. Now we'll get to the juicy part, I guess, which is murder.
Murder.
So like I said, he's like, hey, I know I said 10 years. Let's make it forever, including my family now. Welcome to the Empire of Rome instead of the Republic. So obviously, senators are pissed. We all know about his homeboy Brutus, right? Julius Caesar has propped this young kid up, Brutus, his whole political career, helping him along the way and bringing him to where he is. He's also banging his mom. And I wrote down her name, but I cannot find it. I forget. I know, it's fucking terrible.
Whose mom?
Brutus's mom.
So just pull that up. Just pull up Brutus's mom, F.
Yeah.
And we'll
Yeah.
I'm just curious. So now, who's banging Brutus's mom? Caesar?
Caesar is.
So Caesar's banging his
Like
best
they've
friend's
been
mom.
banging for. Caesar's been married like this whole time, but he is just like.
Servilia?
Yes. Yep, that's her.
Okay.
So he's had like mad bitches this whole like. Just,
Right.
He's they call it like a ladies man. So
Yeah.
we're all aware of the Ides of March, which is the 15th of March, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're all aware of that story. The prophet comes to Caesar's like, hey, be careful of the Ides of March. And then on that day, actually, Caesar, this is what I've heard, consulted with the prophet and was like, hey, it's the 15th, buddy, what's up? And he was like, it's not over yet. So Caesar, what he's doing is now he's going to go to the Senate and explain his next big conquest to them. They're going to be like, we don't approve. And he's like, well, I don't give a fuck. 'Cause I'm doing it. So he goes there. Obviously, we know what happens. He gets stabbed 23 times. Only one wound was fatal. He would have lived from all the other wounds. But he got stabbed in the chest, which
So now,
evidently killed him.
Brutus and Cassius.
Crassus is he's out of the picture. At this
No, Brutus didn't stab him by himself.
No, he's with all these other senators.
Right, but wasn't there? I thought the two big names was Brutus and Cassius stabbed him.
I don't remember Crassus being a part of that.
Or have you looked that up? Like besides Brutus, who's I could have swore like the two. Okay, because in Dante's Inferno.
Okay, never saw it.
No, but the book, like the famous.
Never read the book.
Okay, well, you know the Nine Circles of Hell, though. You know the whole thing, though.
Sure.
You know what I'm talking
Just
about.
continue as if I do.
You really don't know what I'm talking about?
No.
Dante Alighieri's Nine Circles of Hell. You know, like the Sloth Circle, where Dante and Dante goes down with the Virgil, and they go down to hell, and he's the human Dante, the poet. It's fake.
I'm gonna look it up. No, I don't.
I cannot believe you don't know this. I mean, this is like a famous work of literature. I read it in school. Like this is like super. Okay, mind blowing.
I read The Great Gatsby.
So did I. Okay, well, in Dante's Inferno, cannot believe I have to explain this to a history major. Mind blowing. Dante's Inferno.
I didn't get to the degree.
Dante. Fair. Dante's Inferno. Once they finally get down to where Satan is, the devil is this giant beast, essentially winged beast.
Oh, so this is a little thing here, and this is from history.com. He never actually said you too, Brutus.
No, I know
That's
that.
he was okay.
That's from a Shakespeare play.
I know. I'm trying to get what's his
Sorry,
doodle.
yeah,
Trying to get up in here.
no.
But it looks like from most accounts is that and I'm sure you'll probably get into it. It's not like they knew exactly who was there. It was just a group of senators. I mean, they were really upset that he was named the dictator for life.
Yeah.
Okay,
and it really like fucking pissed
again,
him
going
off.
back to Dante's.
Well, wouldn't you be if you were
Yes.
senator? That takes away your complete.
Yeah, of course.
power.
Oh, so I have nothing now?
Right.
Yeah, I'd be
Yeah.
pissed.
No,
yeah.
And then
100%.
imagine a group of them when they're like.
Just again, this is the reason I was
1,000%. Yeah.
I was asking because, again, once he goes down to the last layer of hell, he's this giant winged beast, which is Satan, but he's trapped in ice, eternally flapping his wings, but constantly keeping the ice frozen, so he's trapped in his own kind of hell. The devil himself. But the devil's chewing. He has 3 mouths or 3 heads, and he's chewing on 3 different people. One is Brutus, one's Judas, and the other one was Cassius.
Oh, really?
So I thought, but now I feel like I'm wrong.
Romans, I mean, repeat names. It could have been another dude.
So Evan, can you look up in Dante's Inferno who the devil was chewing on in the last circle of hell? I'm pretty sure it was Brutus, and I'm pretty sure it was Judas, because ultimate betrayal, right?
Yes.
And then Cassius. I could have swore the third one was that. And I could be.
Cassius. Yes. And actually, the C-section's named after Julius Caesar.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Why?
It's called Caesarean section.
Oh yeah, but why though? Why was it named after him? Just because?
Oh, because the only time that they would ever give a woman a C-section then is if like they were gonna die, so they needed to save the baby. But he was a C-section baby, and his mom lived 25 more years. So they're like, oh, you can do this as like a thing.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was Caesarean section.
Okay, so I just have it pulled up here. It looks like Brutus on the right is eating Cassius, and then the center mouth of the devil would be eating Judas.
So Brutus is eating Cassius.
Yeah.
Is it Cassius or
Cassius.
How do you spell it?
C-A-S-S-I-U-S.
Nah, that's not the same guy.
So who the fuck is Cassius?
Right?
You probably put an.
You might put R.
There
in
wasn't.
dude.
There's supposed to be.
No,
Yeah.
that's why I always said. I always thought it was Cassius until you just said Cassius, and I thought I was wrong forever.
No,
I always thought it was Cassius.
What the dude? Why am I so bad at reading like where to find this stuff? And I wrote it.
Because like now I want to
no,
Google
it's-
it too.
The way
There's a Crassus.
Yes.
Marcus Licinius Crassus. He was a politician, yeah. And then there was a
So who the fuck's Cassius?
Cassius was Julius Caesar.
dude, what?
What?
Just
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do
No,
my homework.
there's so
after
many
this.
people named Cassius. It's stupid.
Yeah,
But who
no,
the,
it's
who the
not
fuck is
Cassius.
and fucking Dante. Whatever. I'm gonna look that up later.
Dude, I'm
Oh, he was a Roman senator. He was just another man named Cassius. That's all.
But why was he being eaten? I feel like
He was the leading instigator of the plot to assassinate Julius Caesar.
There you go.
right. Okay.
Gaius
Thank you,
Cassius Longinus.
Fucking
God,
thanks.
they had. You know what?
He's a political opponent.
I
though.
am really
He's
happy
not
that
Crassus,
we've moved
who
on
was
to
the general.
Steve.
Yes, you're right. What's
And
up?
fucking Nick as names as opposed to Cassius, Crassius,
You're right.
Malassius, you fucking
Everyone's
Longinus.
Joe.
Yeah,
know.
right? I can't wait
How
for
confusing
fucking
would that be? Dave stabbed Dave.
3019. Everybody's going to be named Dave.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I
John.
knew Cassius was a thing that fucking betrayed Julius
So,
Caesar.
yeah,
so I was right, and Judas was the other one, right?
Well, they
so,
are. I mean, 23. You know, they each got a
Right,
stab.
right. But I think because Cassius was like the leading one next to Brutus, that's why they're because again, I think in the Dante's Inferno, it's all about betrayal. That's why.
Oh, okay.
The biggest
Yeah.
betrayals are being stuck in the devil's mouth forever. You know.
Right. So, like Evan so gracefully
Ruined.
pointed out, yeah, that's a myth. There's no historical, any kind of basis
I knew that,
about
though.
"Y tu Brutus."
Right, because he's too busy getting fucking
And
lit
you,
up.
Brutus. Yeah.
He's too busy getting fucking
I mean,
stabbed.
he was definitely probably like, "What the fuck, bro? The only reason you're here
Yeah.
is because of me,
Yeah.
and I'm fucking your mom." But
yeah.
his mom had an equal role in murdering Julius Caesar. So it's like all these people that he thought he could trust
Right.
betrayed him in the
That's
end.
usually how it works.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna walk in and be like, "Guess who's in charge forever?"
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Eh,
Easy guy.
you're a little
You
powerful."
think Julius Caesar was like, oh my God, here comes the knife again? Call back to a Nick Swartzen joke.
think about how much of a badass dude he was to get stabbed 23 times, but only one of them was fatal.
Yeah, I feel like he would have bled out. You
Well,
know?
yeah, right, but I'm saying like,
I
so
know.
he was alive through all the stabbing,
Right,
and then
right.
one hit his
Right.
heart, I guess.
Because also, don't forget, no medicine. So, like, he would have got
Yeah.
infections and died. Regardless, he
They
was
would have
dead.
been like, "Doctor,
What doctor? yeah.
Ugh.
Throw
I got-
leeches on his face?
I got like
Throw
potpourri.
salt on it.
Yeah, preserve the meat.
I mean, there's no way he would have lived anyway.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So that's like the loose rendition of Julius Caesar, basically. There were the beginning. I did. I think I got it all, well for what I was doing. All my notes are like kind of out of order, to be honest. His family claimed to be descendants of the gods. That's the type of family.
That's
he came
every
from.
king, though, right? Every
Like, you
king
know
in
who had
history.
me? Zeus, bitch.
I mean, like, look, King of Louis was a sun god, right?
Well, then technically Julius Caesar should be considered a demigod like Achilles.
Sure.
because
You're right.
Or I guess what's that movie?
Troy.
No, that's not that.
300.
Nope. Something Titans. Wrath of
Attack of the Titans.
No. No, like
Clash of the Titans.
Clash of the Titans, like that guy is a demigod.
Not Hercules.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that means that
Hercules.
yeah, demigod.
Hercules
You're
is
half,
it's half man, half god. Like
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus
Well,
is a
Jesus
demigod.
like fucked himself,
Nope.
and
Nope.
well, because he made everything
Nope.
and he's in everything.
God, I don't know.
He
Well,
Just
hold
faded
on.
out on this. It would be so good. Just fade
Oh,
out.
Oh no!
Let's
Shut
try
up.
that.
Hold on. I'm technically raised Catholic, so
So Jesus,
no. God,
sent
hold
himself.
on. No, that's not the story.
God was like, "Hey, a piece of me."
no, kind of. God raped a virgin.
Catholics.
God raped a child, and Jesus was born. Is what happened.
Yeah.
No. God.
Wait, you're pregnant? We didn't fuck.
right.
You're never gonna believe this.
Yeah, and Joseph was the ultimate cuck, by the way. But so Jesus, no, God, Jesus is God's son, but he's also man, born of man.
It's dumb.
Technically, therefore, Jesus is a demigod zombie.
I was raised Catholic too, and I was always like, so wait, but so Jesus is God's son. Like, well, it's the Holy Spirit. It's kind of like one thing.
It
It's
doesn't
like,
make sense.
So,
By the way, and
Jesus or God took off his arm and was like, Jesus. Like, how?
Yeah. Well, when you go, it doesn't make sense. They go, I know, you're not supposed to know. I go, that's bullshit.
Well,
that's bullshit you say when
Yeah.
you're just fucking
Yeah.
following a cult blindly is what you do.
Yeah.
But whatever.
And he died and came back and started skeeting across water.
Skeet. By the way, there's like heavy theories that like Mary Magdalene was fucking Jesus the whole time.
And that's his mom, isn't it?
No, Mary Magdalene was the prostitute.
I don't.
Mary Magdalene was the whore that he
He was like, she was like,
friends
I
with.
have herpes. He was like, cured.
Yeah, kind of.
Now let's fuck.
Yep.
Damn, JC.
There might be a Jesus blood relative.
And guess
There's
what?
no-
Jesus wasn't
There's no
white.
Jesus,
dogs.
no, guys, it's fine.
All right.
Jesus wasn't white.
That is true. If there
He was Middle Eastern.
if Jesus was real, he was definitely Middle Eastern. That
I
is
need a
true.
bowl cut. Believe it or not.
Yeah, right.
A curly bowl cut.
curly bowl cut.
A really
A-
weird curly
A curly
bowl
blow cut. You're
curly
right.
blow cut.
Yeah, blow cut.
With a dirty robe.
Yeah.
The
He's
dirty
like, I'm
white
fucking
robe.
hookers. What are you talking about? This God's son. What is this? Let me build you a shed.
Oh,
All right. Well, how much time?
Yeah, do we have anything else? It's almost 12:30.
Is it?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, dude, guys, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much if you have heard this for listening to my scrambled up but ultimately entertaining story of Julius Caesar. Remember, I've been hitting this baby.
Yeah, me
so
too. I've
my
been talking
thoughts
the
are
whole
all
time.
like out there. Talked about torture for a while. Adam had a boner. We did it. So you can follow Adam on Adam.
At Adam Nutter on everything.
Nutter, I don't even know her.
Oh, God.
Okay, and we got
check. Jeez, hold on. Jeez, let me plug a
no
fucking-
dates. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I don't know when we're releasing this. I was gonna say if you just follow
Oh,
me
sure.
on Instagram for upcoming shows, and please follow my other podcast on here. Nerds with Words. Oh, and the podcast I do with these two idiots,
Slapstick. Oh, okay.
Slapstick Sports.
Dude, what if I upload videos of just people hitting like balls with their dicks?
To why?
Laughing
Like a
Hilarious.
soccer ball, and I'll be like, slap dick.
On Twitter, it'd be hilarious.
Oh,
You can do that
Instagram.
on Twitter.
Can't do it on
Okay, on
Instagram.
Twitter though, which is weird, but
Yeah, that's why I've heard about Twitter. And you
Yeah.
can follow Evan at.
Oh, I thought he was going to say
he doesn't know it.
Producer Evan NWW.
Yeah, I didn't
and that's
know
only on Instagram. I really don't do anything else.
Yeah,
Okay, you can follow me at.
he's not looking.
You can follow me at.
Fucking no.
Yeah.
Shut up, motherfucker! This is your line.
It's your line.
At Blaise G Comedy, pretty much on everything.
Ever. Actually, that's I've legally changed my name.
His name is actually Blaise G Comedy.
it's actually,
when you yell at him,
it's actually the at symbol.
Yeah.
Blaise G Comedy,
Yeah.
legally.
hey,
Yes.
at comedy, and then it's oh no, Blaise. But yeah, so you know,
Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. We're here in the DropTent studios.
Yeah, are you? We gotta make social. You gonna make social medias for this?
I
and
will
stuff?
deal with that later, but
Yeah.
I don't know about the naming things, like how we had to deal with.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't want to put it out
no,
there.
but just let people know, like we're gonna have.
Oh, you
them.
know, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
have. I'm gonna do all the shit.
Again,
I have
just-
a jazz cabbage. You guys know this. A jazz
We're
cabbage
gonna
thing.
switch it over. Yeah.
I'm just gonna switch it over so you can already get all the shit on Facebook there.
And then
I didn't
next-
have an
yeah.
Instagram, but I put it on my comedy account and my regular life account. So if we're friends in real life, then you get all the shit anyway. You probably get it twice.
to follow Blaise G Comedy.
Yeah, follow me at Blaise G Comedy. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're here at the DropTent Media Network in the DropTent Studios. You can go to droptent.com to check out all these awesome shows that are on here. Jive Turkeys took a hiatus, but they're back, so listen to them. Thank you for listening. Boom.
This has been a DropTent Media production.